boy. I see red across my computer. The notification just went out on the iPad, and it means only one thing. It means that we are live. We are back again. What is this? Another live stream from this dude? Another live stream. OMG, what is really going on? Whoo, wow. Yeah. Oh, Sean Williams in here early. What's up, Sean? How you doing, man? What's going on? What's going on with you? What's going on with you? I'll give the folks a couple of minutes to saunter on in here, and then I will begin the podcast. You know, I thought about doing a podcast like off air, but I'm like, nah, I'll come on air. Like, I kind of enjoy being with you guys when I do these podcasts. So I will record it live on air for you, Vype Nation. We got Tim M in the cut. What's up, Tim? How you doing, man? We got Buzz always in the cut supporting me. How you doing, Buzz? How you doing? We are here. We are in the building. So, no, here we go to stuff. Zach, is this the real Viper? I don't know any other Viper, man. So you got the real deal. You got the genuine, authentic article this morning. Sean said he's loving his 11 Pro Max. The camera is legit. Oh, dude, bruh. The cameras, man. We will get into that when I start the podcast. But man, yes. Marvin, how you doing, Marvin? What's going on, man? Tim R. So we got Tim M and Tim R in the cut, y'all. I don't know what's going on with these Tims, man, but all right. We got James. What's up, James? How you doing? We got True Tech Dad. What's up, man? How you doing, bro? How you doing? And Zach Talk Tech, fresh off of his premiere. What's up, Zach? How you doing, dude? What's up? It's funny. I thought about going live like about an hour or so ago, and then I was scrolling down my Twitter timeline, and I saw that Zach was doing a premiere. I'm like, damn it! I had let me schedule my live stream around this premiere. So I'm like, all right, if he's doing his premiere at 11:45, I know his videos normally go no longer than like 5-6 minutes, so I'll push it back to 11. So I schedule my my podcast around your premiere. So just the way you do things, man. Gotta respect people. So that's what's up. But hold on. So let me get to this introduction, get into the podcast, and we shall begin. Whew. All right. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're ready for takeoff. I think we're good. Go to work. So, his iPhone weekend, the iPhones are out, and your boy, the man about tech, has procured an iPhone 11 Pro Max, which I affectionately call my precious. So I figured I would get on the podcast airwaves, give you guys my first 48-hour impressions having the iPad 11 Pro Max in the building. VypDrive, episode 38, start now. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and welcome back to another episode of VypDrive. This is the podcast about tech, hosted by the man about tech. And as far as I know, I'm going solo on this podcast, but the way these things have been going recently, I could be joined by guests at any time during this podcast. I simply do not know. But that is not the plan today, so let's get into it. So, I know you guys that are listening on audio only cannot see, but in my hand here, I do have the precious. I have the iPhone 11 Pro Max in space gray, 256 gigabyte configuration, because 64 gigabytes is an absolute crime. Who the hell would do that? Not me, but hey, 256 gigs on deck, iPhone 11 Pro Max. And man, I have had probably the best time I've ever had with an iPhone during the first 2 days with this iPhone 11 Pro Max. The cameras are absolutely bananas. The night mode is absolute magic. Like, I have never seen night mode done this way on any other smartphone before. I mean, damn. But the cameras are amazing. iOS 13, even with all its bugs, is pretty fun to use and things like that. The speakers on this phone are the best I've ever heard on a smartphone. The speakers are wow. They will blow you away. Like, it's crazy what Apple has done with the speaker technology on these new iPhones. The build quality. And people are arguing with me still to this day on Twitter about the build quality being different on this iPhone. People, again, the build quality on this iPhone 11 Pro Max is different from the iPhone XS Max. The build quality is not the same. I'm going to need y'all to calm down. But since some of you all don't really watch my videos and you probably only listen to my podcast, let me go into the reasons why the build quality is different. Number one, the iPhone 11 Pro Max weighs more. It's more dense. It's hefty. It has more weight to it. It automatically makes it have a better build because you don't feel like you don't feel like it's fragile like the iPhone XS Max. The Max is lighter. It's not as heavy. It's not as hefty. It's not as dense as the 11 Pro. Now, somebody in my comment made an argument about different metals having different weights and being stronger, even if they're lighter. And I understand that argument. But for this particular argument about these phones, which are using practically the same materials, this iPhone 11 with the added weight and denseness makes it for me a better build quality than the iPhone XS Max. On top of the fact that on this iPhone, you have this brand new frosted glass matte finish. Now, this is a little bit more slipperier than the glossy glass that you get on the iPhone XS Max, but the iPhone XS Max does not have this glass matte finish, and I personally like this better than the iPhone XS Max. So because of the different glass matte finish on the 11 Pro Max, that differentiates this phone from the XS Max, which means the build quality again is different. Again, okay. The other thing that makes the build quality different on the Pro Max is the fact that Apple is using the world's strongest glass on the phone. Now, is it a marketing gimmick or is it authentic? I don't really know. I don't plan on testing that out. I have no plans on doing a drop test. But just by the sheer fact that they're using different glass on this iPhone opposed to last year's iPhone, that tells me, and it should tell you, that the build quality is different. They're using different glass. It has a stronger glass on it. That means different build quality. And what I forgot to mention in my video is that the new iPhones have a stronger water resistance than the last year's iPhones. So I just gave you guys 4 factors that tell you that the build quality on these iPhones are different from last year. But some of y'all are still trying to argue with me about the build quality being the same. That is not true. It is simply not. Stop reaching before I have to keep teaching you people. Stop it. You're looking silly. The build quality is not the same on the 11 Pro Max and 11 Pro. It is a different build quality. It is better in my opinion. Now that I got that out the way, what we got here? So if we go to the front of the phone here, it's the same 6.5-inch display of last year. It looks better. Although when I first got the phone, I thought the colors were slightly muted, but then I turned up the brightness and it seemed to like kind of solve that problem. But I mean, I don't think the display is that much different from the XS Max. Although in certain situations, it does reach a higher level of nit than the XS Max, so it is brighter in that respect. Now, I haven't really tested this in direct sunlight outdoors, so I don't know. Last year's iPhone was damn near impossible to see in direct sunlight, so hopefully they improved that a little bit with these. But yeah, I mean, this is what it is. Same display. I mean, I don't know. The other thing that's different with these iPhones this year is since Apple eliminated 3D touch, we are now left with haptic touch. Now, for me personally, I didn't use 3D touch that much, so it's not that much of a loss. However, where it is blatant loss is in the keyboard department. Now, with 3D Touch enabled iPhones, all you had to do was press directly down on the keyboard and you could turn the entire keyboard into a trackpad, right? So that way you can go and do what you got to do. You can move the cursor to wherever you want it to move it to. That was so clutch in certain situations. But with haptic touch, that is no longer an option. With haptic touch, you have to press down directly on the space bar to enable that feature and then go from there. I mean, it works the same way, but it's kind of unintuitive using the space bar, especially if you're coming from a 3D touch enabled device. So it's not the worst thing in the world. It just takes some getting used to. But once you get used to it, it works practically the same way. But the loss of 3D touch is definitely felt when you're trying to turn the keyboard into a trackpad. So it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So, like I said earlier, I'm having a lot of fun using this iPhone. This is the most fun I've had with an iPhone between the cameras, iOS 13, the speakers. I mean, just the different build. I mean, this iPhone is not one big thing. It's like a bunch of different things that add up to make this the best iPhone experience I've had yet. But in that same regard, though, iOS 13 is buggy on here. Now, again, this is kind of crazy because it's not just one glaring bug that makes it bad, but it's a bunch of little bugs that are starting to add up that are increasingly frustrating for me using this iPhone. Now, I know people are going to say, well, Viper, iOS 13.1 is coming in 2 days, so it'll be all right. And that's all good and well, but the problem is they ship these iPhones with iOS 13.0, not .1. And 13, the original version, it's buggy and it's not a good experience for people who are getting iPhone for the first time or just regular iPhone users in general. iOS 13 is not all what it cracked up to be, man. I'm sorry. Now, like I said, I still have fun using it. For the most part, it works well, but the increasing amount of small bugs that are piling up, kind of frustrating. Like when I'm in a photo, when I'm in iMessage and somebody sends me a picture, if I click on the picture and I want to save it, sometimes I go hit the save button and nothing happens. So I have to exit out of the picture, then go back into the picture, and then it will save. I shouldn't have to do that. Like, why is that a thing? That usually if I'm in the picture and I want to save it, I can save it right there. I shouldn't have to back out of the picture to save the picture to my photo gallery. That is a bug. It sucks. The phone, not the phone, but there are apps on here that freeze sometimes. And sometimes your touch inputs are unresponsive. Like I said, there's a bunch of little bugs that are piling up to make this a not so pleasurable experience, but it's not an absolute deal breaker, but it's just things that I'm noticing. And I had to point them out in my video, and I'm pointing them out on the podcast because this is how Apple shipped out these iPhones with this iOS 13. It's kind of buggy, and it really kind of frustrates me because I was a part of the iOS 13 beta, and there was like, 7 or 8 betas, and you've been beta testing this like practically all year long. And this is the final release. Even with all the beta testing we've been doing over the past year, this is how you release iOS 13 to the mass public. This is very un-Apple-like. This is sloppy. This is not a good look at all. So I need them to clean this up. This is not how a final software release should come to the public. Like, I don't want to hear the excuse about, oh, they could fix the software updates. No. This is a brand new phone release. This is your biggest phone release of the year. This is your biggest product release every year. The software should not come looking like a bunch of monkey crap, but that's what we got this year. So, other than the bugginess of iOS 13, like I said, this iPhone has been amazing. The iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max have a new camera lens this year, so no longer do they have 2 lenses, they have 3. So the ultra wide angle lens that's added to this iPhone is like game changing in terms of photography. Like the thing that allows you to do is like insanity. Like you literally have a mobile studio in your pocket now with these iPhones. Now, Android phones have already had the ultra wide angle lens, but when it's on iPhone, it's great. And like I said, the new night mode that they put on this iPhone is sorcery. There is no night mode. Not even a pixel night mode can stack up with this iPhone's night mode. It literally turns night into day. I still don't even understand how it works, but whatever they're doing with it, it's absolute bananas. It's amazing. You could literally step into a dark closet or just go outside when it's pitch black and the night mode will automatically trigger. That's the other cool thing. There's no like settings or anything you got to toggle. There's no specific night mode. It just turns on automatically when it's something that you need it. And take a picture. Actually, before you even take the picture, your phone's display will light up with all the light that it's bringing in to try to capture that scene. And then you take the picture, and it's like, whoa. It is literally sorcery. I have never seen anything like the night mode on these iPhones, and it is actually better than the Pixel phone. Now, I've said repeatedly that for the past 3 or 4 years, iPhone still photography has lagged behind the Pixel and other Android devices. But oh my God, Apple has caught up this year with the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max. The still pictures, the photography on these phones are damn near equal to the Pixel. Now, we do know that the Pixel 4 is coming out, so we don't know how they stack up against the Pixel 4 yet. But if we're talking about against the Pixel 3, the photography is on par. It's like right there looking at the Pixel at eye level. The cameras are that good. It's like, I'm thinking to myself, Apple, where have you been? Thank you. Welcome to the party. I mean, what are you doing here? Why have you been lagging behind all these years with photography? Now, we're not talking about video because the iPhone has always had the best video camera in a smartphone, bar none. I mean, Samsung is a close second, but iPhone video has always been top notch. But in terms of actual like picture taking, still photography, the iPhone has lagged off. But it is back in 2019, baby, and it is back with a vengeance. So what else can I say about this iPhone? Oh, so I put out a tweet yesterday, which got some varying opinions on it. But I put out a tweet, and I said in my tweet that even if you have a 10s or 10s Max, you should definitely consider upgrading to the 11 Pro or Pro Max. And I said that because of the camera quality, the battery life, the build quality, and the speed. Now, speed is negligible, right? Like, it's not much of it's not a great speed increase, but I have noticed myself coming from the 10s Max that this phone is definitely snappier and faster than the 10s Max. And it should be, given that it's using the brand new 813 Bionic chip. But if you use the phone side by side, you might not notice it that much. But like I said, I had a 10s Max. I now have an 11 Pro Max, and using this phone, it feels a lot snappier. It is what it is. But the other things that I mentioned, the camera quality, obviously I've been talking about that. The battery life. Now, part of the reason why this phone is thicker and heftier is because of the larger battery in the phone. And oh my God. Oh, OMG. Hold on, y'all. So battery life on this phone is like killer. Now, if you use Android devices in the past, the battery life on this is not going to seem like, okay, I can't talk. Let me try this again. If you've used Android devices in the past, 3 or 4 years, then the battery life on this iPhone is not going to be that much of a big deal because Android devices have been using bigger batteries for a while now. But this is really the first time that Apple has put a sizable battery in these iPhones. And OMG, it makes such a difference. On stage, they said you get an additional 4 to 5 hours of battery life depending on which iPhone you buy. If you get the 11 Pro, you get 4 hours on top of the 10s. Or if you get the 11 Pro Max, you get an additional 5 hours over the 10s Max. And in my early testing of the battery, it's definitely true. Like, I could be using the phone nonstop from like 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and the battery dips off for like 10%, if it maybe like 5%. Like, battery life on these iPhones, A1. Best battery life on an iPhone ever. It is about time that Apple has caught up in the battery game because iPhones have had anemic batteries forever, and it's just inexcusable given how much we use our iPhones that you almost had to buy Apple Smart Battery case in the past because that was the only way that you would get decent battery life. But they finally caught up this year with the battery. I don't think I'll need a smart battery case for this 11 Pro Max. Now, this is only day 2, so I'll have to do some more testing to determine that down the road. and the smart battery case probably won't be out until next year anyway. But right now, I really don't feel like I need a smart battery case this year because these batteries are legit. They are amazing. Wow. But yes, bigger battery, denser phone, best cameras on an iPhone ever, speed. You should definitely, even if you have a 10S or 10S Max, definitely consider upgrading to the 11 Pro. It's interesting, like, because I made videos this year saying, well, I made a video saying that you should skip the iPhone 11, but after having used it for 2 days and having come from a 10S Max myself, yeah, you should, yeah, this phone is the truth. Even with the missing features, even with the lack of picture-in-picture, the lack of multitasking, the lack of reverse wireless charging, which they say is actually built into the phone, but it's disabled or it's not, it's just dormant. So that's kind of weird that Apple implemented the technology into the hardware, but they're not allowing you to use it. I don't know what's going on with that, but with everything that this phone can bring to the table, even with the lack of features that we thought would be there that's not there, this is the best iPhone ever, which is, I mean, that's not saying much, but this is the best iPhone experience ever. And like I said in my video and on Twitter the other day, this could be the greatest smartphone ever. Now, right now, I can't say that it is because iOS 13 is kind of hampering it, which is kind of crazy to hear me say come out of my mouth that Apple software is hampering their hardware. But these little bugs are starting to hamper this iPhone, which is a shame because this hardware, even with the lack of features that we thought would be there that are not, this hardware is incredible. Like I said, the cameras, the speed, the build, like the hardware itself is incredible. So for this hardware to be hampered by iOS, it's just mind-boggling to me. So hopefully Apple will clean up the software with iOS 13.1. But until they clean it up, I can't say that this is the best smartphone ever. But damn, this is definitely one of the better experiences I've had in a long, long time with iPhone and just smartphones in general. I don't know. I can't really explain it. The Galaxy Note 10 that I have, the 10 Plus, is fun. I love using it. Great device, but it's just something about using this iPhone, and just I don't know. It's so much fun for me to use it, even with the stuff that's going on with iOS 13. I am really enjoying my time with this device. Now, of course, I'll get into a more detailed review on my YouTube channel in about a week or so because it really won't take me that long to review an iPhone because it's really the same experience year after year. iOS doesn't change that much. I mean, at this point, we're basically reviewing hardware. The software experience doesn't change that much year over year. Hell, it hasn't changed that much in 10 years or 12 years since iOS has been a thing. So it takes me a significantly less amount of time to review that. So it takes me a significantly less amount of time to review an iPhone than it does a Galaxy phone because there's always wholesale changes and features with the Galaxy phone. But with the software with these iPhones, it's not much different. So it should take me a lot less time to get a full review out for the iPhone. But I am still having so much fun using this phone. Like, I can't put it down, man. I literally cannot put it down. It is that good. So I'm being asked in my live audience by Greg Gadgets if I set up the iPhone as a new device or did I transfer data over? I transferred data over, but I did not run beta software on my iPhone 10s Max. So the data that was transferred over, well, actually, no, I take it back. The data that I transferred over was from iOS 13. So you're right, it was because I upgraded my iPhone 10s Max to the public release of iOS 13 before I did the iCloud restore to this new iPhone. So yes, you are right. The data that was transferred over to this iPhone was from iOS 13 because I upgraded. But it's like, I don't know. So, but like I said, I was not running beta software on my 10s Max. I was running the public release of iOS 13, which makes sense because iOS 13, uber buggy, so it is what it is. But like I said, it's not the worst thing in the world. So let me go back down here to the chat here and see what else we got going on. Let's see. So I think I saw Janosin say something earlier about the build quality. I want to get back to. Let me think. Do I can find a comment? Let's see. All right. So Janosin thinks that my weight equals better build quality is nonsense. Nonsense. I mean, that's all good and well, but like I said, when you are holding the phone in your hand and you feel how much heavier it is than the previous phone, to me, it just feels better. It feels like a better build, even with the added weight. Now, like I said, you can dispute that. We can agree to disagree, but I just feel like because the phone has more heft to it, it's more dense, the build just feels better to me. Now, that's subjective, I guess, but to me, it feels better. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Tech Rant said, how many Trenton says how many times have I streamed in the past 7 days? A lot. Might be 7. It might be day by day at this point, man. I don't know. But man, I've been on the live a lot lately. But it's iPhone season, man. You know how it is. We gotta get it done. We gotta get it done. Let's see. All right. Oh, there we go. So I said, so Janosen said I said the build quality is better, not different. Well, actually, when I put out the original tweet, I didn't say anything. I just said build quality. I didn't say it was better or different. Now, the build quality is different on here, obviously, because I just highlighted how it's different. But in my opinion, it's also better. Now, like that might just be me, but like I said, between everything that I highlighted about the build quality differences in this iPhone as opposed to last year, this iPhone to me has a better build quality. Now, I mean, if I'm wrong, I guess I'm wrong, but I'm standing by what I said. The build quality is different and better in this iPhone. I mean, that's just what it is. So, I don't know. You know, once you feel these iPhones in your hand, maybe you'll figure out what I'm figuring out. But it is what it is. All right, let's see what we got here. Let me go back down to the bottom here. Y'all are chatting it up. I like this. Let's see. So Janosen says, Vype, you know you can definitely go off on me on camera, and I wouldn't take it personal. Oh, I'm not going off on you. Like, I have no problem with people disagreeing with me. I'm not one of these like sensitive people out here that I'm going to get mad at you because you disagree with me. Dude, I am a YouTube content creator. People disagree with me every day. Every time I put out a video, somebody disagrees with me. I am used to it. I'm not hurt by it. It is what it is. It's a discussion. It's supposed to be a passionate debate about technology. That's what makes it fun. We don't always need to agree about every single thing. You know, I mean, if we agreed about everything all the time, it would be pretty boring, to be honest with you guys. So I'm glad that you guys disagree with me sometimes because it allows us to have a conversation about it. And then I learn some things, you learn some things, and then we learn about each other, and we learn where each other and we learn where each other is coming from, so we can better like make more informed decisions and thoughts and opinions. So I don't mind that you disagree with me. I'm cool with that. But having had this phone for the past 2 days, I am standing by what I said. The build quality is different and it's better. Now, if somebody wants to dispute that, feel free. But I'm standing by what I said. Lito said, Viper, you teach while I reach. Exactly, man. We got people out here reaching, trying to argue with me about the build quality being different or the same. See, that was my original argument because people were saying that it's the same build quality. It is most definitely not the same build quality. I'm sorry, it's not the same. Like, hold them in your hand. Like, I actually have the iPhone 10 back over here somewhere. And if you hold both of them in your hand at the same time, you will immediately know that the build quality is not the same. It's not the same build quality. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's not the same. But hey, we can agree to disagree. All right, let me take a drink real quick. Shout out to Beth telling you guys to smash that like button. Thank you, Beth. I definitely appreciate it. Woo! No doubt. All right, let me go get some real quick. So for the guys watching on YouTube, you know that we are very, very close to being eligible for monetization on this channel, but we are not quite there yet. I think at the last time I counted, I'm about 60 some odd subscribers away from hitting 1,000 on here. So we're not eligible for monetization just yet. But if you guys want to donate, if you feel like supporting, if you are apt to donate monetarily to the cause, I am pasting my Buy Me a Coffee link in the chat right now. It is not a recurring fee. It is a one-time donation. Like I tell you guys all the time, it's not required. But if you do want to support the podcast, please consider buying me a coffee. If you're listening on audio only and you want to support the podcast, there will be a link in the show notes for you to do that. Like I said, it's not required. I just appreciate you guys rocking out with me and listening to me talk about tech and talk about these iPhones. I am very excited about the iPhone 11 Pro Max this year. Like, I didn't know it was going to be this good. Like, I am literally blown away by this iPhone. Like, I did not think the iPhone experience could be this good. Like I said, it's missing some core features that I wish were there. But even with the stuff that's missing on here, I am having a blast using this phone. This is amazing. This is the best iPhone experience I've ever had. And I've had every iPhone since iPhone 4. Now, the only reason why I haven't had the iPhone before the 4 was because I've been a Verizon customer since 2004, and the iPhone obviously was an AT&T exclusive back in 2007. So Verizon didn't get the iPhone until the iPhone 4 back in 2011. So I've had every iPhone since iPhone 4, and this has been my best iPhone experience yet, which makes sense. But at the same time, I told you guys last year that the 10S Max was my worst experience ever with an iPhone. But we have definitely come full circle this year with the iPhone 11 Pro Max. My best experience ever with an iPhone. And let's go back to the chat and see what y'all talking about. I did not post the stream on Twitter. So if anybody wants to post the stream on Twitter, you can do that, but I did not. All right, let's see. All right. So Khalil says, Tim, even the screen is different. Same resolution, but a lot has changed. Yeah. You know, I did say earlier that the display was practically the same, but actually it's not. Like what Khalil just highlighted. Apple is now calling this a Super Retina XDR display because of the increased brightness and a couple of other calibrations they made to the display. So even the display is different on these iPhones. So, I mean, there's a lot that has been changed with the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max. So there is a lot of stuff going on with these iPhones this year that make them different from last year. Khalil says iPhone 4 was a good year to jump to the iPhone. Oh my God. The iPhone 4 was just like, whoo. I think that's when the iPhone domination started with the iPhone 4. Because my God, that was a major go. As Flossie Carter would say, the iPhone 4 was a major go. And then you had the introduction of Siri with the iPhone 4S. So yeah, iPhone 4, that's where the craziness started. And the iPhone has not looked back since. All right, let's see anything else going on. Anything else going on here in the chat? Technically, T says it's heavier, but I don't know if I want. He said, but I don't know if I want myself a heavier phone. We're going to throw casings on them, and then the build quality isn't really going to matter then. Yeah, that's true. I mean, me and you both got a bunch of casings on deck, but sometimes I like to rock my phone when I'm at home sitting around chill. I like to rock my phone naked like I am now. Like somebody was saying earlier, like Viper doesn't use a case. Dude, I got Nomad cases. I got Pataka sent me a case. Armadillo Tech sent me a case. I mean, I got cases, baby. Don't worry. And when I'm outside and I'm running around and about, I'm putting the Nomad case on here and I'm going about my business. But heck, absolutely, I do not use the phone outside of the house without a case. I'm not doing that. But when I'm home chilling and surrounded by carpet and all this stuff, I don't need a case for my iPhone. So sometimes I like to rock my iPhone without a case when I'm at home, and you can definitely tell the build quality when you're rocking it without a case. But like T said, once you throw a case on there, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. But I mean, when you're at home chilling, you don't need no case. So I'm just saying. All right, going out to the chat here. J Tech 2 said Flossie needs to be a guest here. Actually, Flossie was on the stream with me over a year ago, back in July. He was on one of my Friday night Viper live streams. He hung out for 5 hours with me that night. So that was a good stream. If you want to go look it up, just type in Viper Flossie Carter and it should come up. But he spent 5 hours on stream with me last year. That was one of the best streams I've ever been on. It was amazing. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. So Focal Grove wants to know what casings are we putting on these 11s. So, like I said, I got 3 Nomad casings. I got Armadillo Tech casings. I got a bunch of Rinky casings back there. I probably got more casings on the way that I don't even know about. I don't know. But right now, these Nomad casings right here, this Nomad rugged case is my go-to right now. It's amazing. Let me put it on here for you guys real quick so I can show you. Now, I did a dedicated video on my YouTube channel about these Nomad casings for the iPhone 11 Pro Max. But just for you guys that are watching the podcast, this is how it looks. Let me see if I can get this to focus. There we go. So this is the Nomad rugged case. As you can see, the camera's protected there. This is 100% genuine leather, and it smells so good. Check out the video if you want to know what I'm talking about when I did a smell test. It's legit. You get that Kevin Costner bodyguard static because you got to lift all the way around the phone. So if you lay it face down, the screen will not make contact with the surface that it's laying on. So this Nomad is my go-to right now. Definitely legit. If you guys are interested in purchasing this Nomad case, there is a link in my Nomad case video in the description. So definitely check that out. But yeah, these Nomad cases are my go-to right now. All right, so let's see. Buzz said he just left the tech rant. Okay, cool. Let's see. Oh Lord, how did that even get through? All right, Lethal Emperor. I love the excitement, man, but I would definitely highly appreciate it if you did not curse in the streams, bro. You have to comment on my video that I had to delete yesterday, the day before yesterday, because you cursed in it. I can't leave up comments with curse words in it of any kind, man. I can't do it. There's too many like people watching my videos and stuff. I got kids watching and things like that, and I got kids reading my stuff. I got brands reading my stuff. So just so you guys know that comment on the YouTube videos, if you curse in the comment, I can't post it. I gotta delete it, man. So I get y'all that you all are excited, and I appreciate you guys rocking out with me. But please do not curse in my comments or my stream because I'm about to delete it. So please don't do it because I got too many people watching. I try myself not to curse in my videos or my streams, although streams I'm a little bit more loose, but I do not curse in my video for that reason. But I got people watching. I can't be cursing. So please refrain from cursing in these streams on my comment section. But other than that, feel free to do what you got to do. All right, let's see. Janosa says Flossie is the only man that he could gauge for battery performance because Flossie rocks it on full brightness. Yo, that's what's up. Flossie Carter. See, but Floss, you know, the thing about Floss is that he knows that these phones are uberly expensive, and when you're paying that much for a smartphone, you wanna use all the features maxed out. Even Marquez, I think, uses everything maxed out. So you want to use all the features. You want the full resolution, full brightness. You're paying that much for the smartphone. You want to use it how you want to use it. You don't want to have the phone dictate what you're doing with it. You want to dictate what you're doing with the phone. So I respect Flossie, no doubt. No doubt. Tech King Mike, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? How you doing? Let's see. That's right, the leather is case. And all it's all right, Lethal Emperor, man. I don't take it personally, bro. I mean, I just gotta let people know because some people be leaving like excited comments or whatever. Sometimes they're trolling me, and sometimes they're just excited about the tech, but they cursing and I gotta delete them. I can't leave them up. So I'm just gonna let you guys know that if you curse in a comment, it's not gonna be seen because I'm gonna have to delete it. But I mean, we just gotta keep the stuff clean, man. We gotta keep the area clean. All right, let's see what we got here. Jillian, I don't know if you're late to the party, but the stream is almost over with. But I'll hang out with you guys for a little bit. AKH or HAHK, I can't read. What's up, man? How you doing? Good morning, bro. Good morning. Khalil says, I feel like full brightness diminishes the colors in the wrong environment. Yeah. If you put the thing on full brightness in an environment that's not really optimal for it, then you might get some undesired results. Now, I don't really like to rock my phone full brightness because it's a little bit too much for my eyes usually. But the only time I really rock like full brightness is in direct sunlight. Like in direct sunlight, you need it on full brightness, otherwise you can't see anything. But yeah, that is what is going on. Full brightness is what is up. Where is that, man? Buzz said, that's why I like you, Viper. Keep it real, no cursing. Yeah, like I said, I might say a curse word here and there in the stream because I'm a little bit more loose in these streams. But if you watch my videos, you will notice that I do not curse in my videos at all because kids are watching my videos, and I do not want kids going back saying curse words. Hell, I had an incident last year where Zach Talk Tech told me that his kid was running around the playground screaming monkey nipples. And I'm just like, what? So already, and okay, so let me this now we're deviating. I'm about to cut this part out, but since you guys are watching live, I'll go through this story real quick. So, like I told you guys, I don't curse on my regular video because I know kids are watching and brands are looking at that stuff, so I don't curse. So I came up with a creative way of cursing. So every time you hear me say monkey nipple or monkey crap or something to do with monkey nipples, that is my creative way of cursing. But then Zach says that his kid is now running around the playground calling people monkey nipples. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man. This dude is not running around the playground talking about monkey nipples. So it's like, I'm like, wow. So that tells you right there that kids are watching my content. So I'm glad that I'm not using actual curse words. So it's not really that bad when he's running around the playground saying monkey nipple, but obviously it's not ideal. But I mean, Zach has to deal with that, and Zach, I'm pretty sure he dealt with it. But if I have kids running around saying monkey nipple, can you imagine what they'll be saying about actually cursing my videos? No, that's why I don't curse in the videos. I don't. I do not want kids running around saying F U and B and all the other curse words. Nope. You will not be pointing to Viper talking about Viper curses. Terry Warfield talked about that too a while ago. Like Terry Warfield used to be hardcore on YouTube. My man used to be F-bomb every other curse word out of his mouth. But Terry Warfield got told the same thing. He a friend of his told him that he can't let his kids watch his content because Terry cursed. And when Terry thought about it, he was like, damn. It's kind of that's kind of bad that people can't let their kids watch you because you curse. So that's why Terry does not curse anymore. So I respect that, man. And like I said, and if I got kids running around here saying monkey nipples, then I know that I'm on the right path at the very least, and I'm not actually saying a real curse word, but it is what it is. But this is what it is. Like, yeah, we do tech videos and we do tech content, and most of our demographics is in the 25 to 30 range, and that's cool and all well. But we're on YouTube. We are in the public eye. You never know who's watching your content. And yes, even though our target demographic and target audience might be adults and maybe and some teenagers, there are kids watching tech videos on YouTube. So we have to be mindful of the kids that are watching our videos. So that's why I do not curse. Tech King Mike, if you said I curse by saying damn is not a curse word. At least I don't consider damn a curse word. So yeah. Actually, YouTube doesn't even consider it a curse word. So that I was surprised to learn that there are words that we might think that are curse words that YouTube actually does not consider curse words. Damn is not considered a curse word by YouTube. Hell is not considered a curse word by YouTube, which I agree. Hell should not be a curse word. I kind of thought that damn was, but apparently YouTube does not consider it a curse word. So yeah, I know. I'm just saying, Techie Mike. I'm just talking about how YouTube considers it profanity because it's important. Like what I'm talking about right now is very important for any content creators that might be watching right now to know what YouTube considers curse words and what they don't. So like I said, they don't consider damn a curse word. They don't consider a hell a curse word. But anything like A-double-S or the F word or the B word or anything else, those other curse words, those are curse words. So you got to avoid those. But damn and hell are not curse words by the algorithm. So you learn something new every day. Let's see. All right, let's at least we said agree back to the iPhone 11. Yeah, right. Khalil said they said damn in the cartoons. Yeah, damn is not considered a curse word. I mean, would you cool by me? I'm cool with it. Scott S, what's up, man? How you doing, Scott? How you doing, man? How you doing? I see you got your iPhone, man. I see you looking pretty happy over there, bro. That's what's up. iPhone 11, baby. Team Apple, baby. Team Apple is in the building. Yeah. I didn't mute the mic down. Yeah, technically, T. When Zach told me that, I almost died, man. I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?" That was crazy. Oh man, let's see. So yeah. So, do you guys have any questions or other thoughts about the iPhone 11 Pro or 11 Pro Max? Obviously, I can't speak too much to the iPhone 11 Pro because I don't have that one, but I do have the Pro Max. So if you guys got any questions about it, let's talk about it. I'm here. We're on the stream. If you guys got any questions or anything you want me to talk about, let me know while I'm here so we can talk about it. Otherwise, I'm going to let you guys go enjoy your Sunday. I know football is about to start here in about 15 minutes, so I'm not going to hold you back from your football, but it's surprising to me the amount of tech people that don't watch sports. Like, this was kind of strange to me when I got into the tech space on YouTube because I'm a big sports fan. Although my team doesn't play until tomorrow night because I'm a Bears fan, go Bears. We don't play until tomorrow night. But there are a lot of people that are into tech that don't watch sports. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, what? So, yeah, I was kind of surprised about that. But for those of y'all that do watch sports, I'm going to get you out of here until you go watch your football. But if you got questions, let's talk about it. All right, so Scott said, did you get the Space Gray or the Midnight Green? I got the Space Gray version right here. So that is the Space Gray. Although it has been said that the Space Gray and the Midnight Green look a lot similar. They look alike. But this is the Space Gray version, and it is sexy. Now, I wish Apple would make a black iPhone, a matte black version. But apparently, according to Renee Ritchie, they can't anodize that color like the way they want to. So that's why they haven't done it. But I really wish that black iPhone would come back because I'll be all over it. Oh, and Simply Beth talk about the curtain that she always feels bad when she always feels wrong, or it always feels wrong when she hears a kid say that sucks. I don't know how YouTube treats sucks. I know I wouldn't put it in the title of my video, thing like that, because I don't know. I think the algorithm doesn't like that word, even though it's not a technical curse word. But I don't think the YouTube algorithm likes the word suck neither. So I'm saying. And while we're on the topic of things that you can put in your titles and things like that for YouTube videos, curse words aren't the only thing that you have to be aware of. There are other trigger words that the algorithm does not like. If you put warning in your title, or you put hack in your title, or poop, you get demonetized. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I'm speaking from personal experience. Like non-curse words that the algorithm does not like or they deem bad, they will dock your video for. So if you're a creator on here, be aware of that. That even the other words that you don't really think that much of, if it's even remotely bad or can be conceived as bad, they will flag and demonetize your video just for using those words. And like, it's not even in the title. If the word is in the thumbnail, the algorithm analyzes the thumbnails, you all. So if you have the word hacked in the thumbnail, you will be demonetized. Like, it is crazy how locked in the algorithm is. The AI is no joke. It's craziness. All right, let's see what other questions you guys have. Let's see. Focal says the midnight green is awesome. It's an awesome color in my opinion. I was worried before I received it and had it in my hands. Now I'm in love. Yeah, a lot of people are liking the midnight green. A lot of people are liking it. So Khalil says, Viper, is there a way to disable night mode while taking a photo? Yes, there is a way to disable night mode. You can turn. Let me see. You could. So when the night mode icon pops up, you can choose to use the flash, or you could choose to turn the night mode. If you let me go back. So when the night mode icon pops up, there will be like a slider, so you can change the length of exposure time for the camera to take the picture. So if you slide that slider all the way down to 0, that will turn night mode off for that shot. Now you can't turn it off like overall in the settings of the phone, but for that particular shot, if you want to turn it off, you can turn it off for that particular shot. But you cannot turn it off. It's not a toggle that you could mess with in settings. You cannot turn it off by default. But if you're taking a picture and you don't want to use it for that particular picture, you can't turn it off. Let's see. All right. Yeah, we got some midnight green people in the chat. Gabe out here says he's over here with the midnight green. Almost like you said, almost the same as space gray. Like, for whatever reason, the midnight green and the space gray are a lot alike. So it is what it is, and that is that. But Lethal Whipper says you can't turn night mode on. Yeah, you can't turn it on. It comes on by default. It's automatic. You can't turn it on. It's either there or it's not. There's no setting for it in the settings. It's weird. I kind of like it that way because for other phones, you actually have to slide the slider over to the actual night mode and then use it. That kind of can become cumbersome after a while. But for the iPhone, it just automatically knows what to do given what type of environment that you're in. So it just turns on. And then, like I said, if you want to use it, you can use it. If you want to turn it off right there, you can turn it off right there. But yeah, that's how night mode works. I see. Buka Butterfly says, or Black Butterfly Buka. Wow, how did I read that Buka? Black Butterfly says gold, but it's definitely not gold. It's more cream or off white. Yeah, I wanted to get the gold because I thought it was going to be a little bit more copper. But when I saw that, yeah, no, thank you. Like you said, it's kind of a creamy color. I'm not with that coffee cream looking color for my phone. No, thank you. Nope. All right, let's see. Music said, how long does your battery last for? I haven't really done like a full on test yet, but it will easily last me a day. Easily. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing in setting for night mode, so stop looking. It's not there. It's not there. All right, Sean Williams said, with night mode, have you been using what the phone recommends, or do you adjust the slider for longer exposure? I basically use what the phone recommends. I have played with the slider to see what it does, but usually when I'm taking a shot and it comes on, I just go with whatever the phone suggests, and then I just do it like that. All right, Jason D, do you find that Apple is accurate with giving you access to night mode in the right situations? In my limited testing, usually, I mean, if you're outside in the evening or in pitch black darkness, night mode is coming, maybe. Night mode is coming for you. So it's pretty accurate. Yeah. All right, let's see. Gabe says, from his experience, the night mode comes on even when it's not super dark. I've never been in a situation where I want it turned on, but don't have the option. Yeah, sometimes it might come on when you don't need it, but I mean, I'm not really complaining about that. What is that thing Flossie Carter says? It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Lethal Emperor says, usually what the phone recommends is not pro. Well, I'm not a pro photographer, so I just go with it, I'll just go with it. Okay, Gabe says, have you seen the video editing controls in the stock photos app? Some of them. I mean, I haven't really played with it too much, but I mean, you can change the contrast and the brightness of the photos and different things like that. So there are a couple of things in there, but I haven't really gotten into it too heavy yet. Juan Contreras, how you doing, man? What's going on, Juan? What's going on? All right, so on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I still got case videos to make today, which I need to get out. So the grind never stops, baby. The grind never stops. But thank you guys for tuning into the podcast today. For those of you all that are listening on audio only, thank you very much. Like I said, if you guys want to support the podcast monetarily, there will be a link in the description and the show notes to buy me a coffee. It's not required, but the links are down there if you choose to do that. But thank you guys. Hopefully you are enjoying your new iPhones. Hit me up on Twitter at Vyper. That's VYYYPER. Just like the channel name, or just like the whatever. Y'all know y'all know where to find me. You know where to find me. So until the next time, people, this your boy Vyper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.